No, it's still alphabetical order.
Okay, yeah.
So it's
So
whenever.
wait, wait, yeah.
Yeah.
So I should be behind Jay. I should be behind Joyce actually.
You'll be.
Yeah, what I'm seeing as far as J and J.
That's right.
G and J. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm all good. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Do you want to go back?
Yeah, I was gonna go on the side, but okay, well that's good. Just go this way. Thank you. Just
Seniors, please be seated. Good afternoon. It is a great privilege and pleasure to welcome you to the 119th commencement of University High School at the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools. Neither the joy nor the significance of this occasion could be overstated. We are here to honor the great class of 2023, to celebrate the completion of the U-High program, to award 161 well-earned diplomas, and to launch a new class of lab alumni with our most heartfelt and sincere good wishes. Seniors, you know as well as I do how important it is that we should begin our celebration today with gratitude. Countless people, those present and those with us in spirit, have supported you throughout your journey. First and foremost, parents and guardians, grandparents, siblings, family members, and beloved friends. These scholars worked really hard to earn their diplomas, but they could never have done it without you. As you are able, I invite you to rise so that we may honor your commitment, your generosity, your love, and your guidance for these young people. My esteemed colleagues, laboratory schools teachers, coaches, deans, counselors, advisors, administrators, staff members, and many others. Our graduating seniors have developed remarkable knowledge, skill, humor, and perspective under your expert care. As you are able, I invite you to rise so that we may applaud your extraordinary talent as educators. It is a great honor that a number of labs stewards and university leaders are with us today. Vice Provost Daniel Ababa, Chair of the Laboratory Schools Board Jason Tyler, and many other members of the Laboratory Schools Board. Thank you for your wisdom and your generosity. Please rise and accept our heartfelt appreciation for all that you do for Lab. Seniors, I know that you appreciate all that these wonderful people have done for you, but I also hope that you appreciate the monumental nature of your own accomplishments. As I mentioned, you worked really hard to be seated in this chapel today. You overcame innumerable challenges, not least the global pandemic which turned the world upside down at the start of your high school career. Through rigor and adversity, your class is known as competitive but kind, with a commitment to social justice that arises from instinctual compassion as well as scholarly awareness. You have inspired all of us in the lab community with the breadth of your intelligence, the height of your talents, and the depth of your passions and your friendships. Looking ahead, I know that I can speak for everybody present when I say that we could not be happier that you will go forth U-High diplomas in hand, furthering your education, building your careers and relationships, exploring and making your place in the world. You will, doubtless, seek out more rigor, and you will, I'm afraid, encounter more adversity. Today, the stakes are high for our democracy, our civic values, and our environment. You are graduating into a world that needs your creativity, your curiosity, and your confidence. It needs your kindness, and it needs your appreciation of the importance of honoring diversity. Above all, the world needs your commitment to excellent scholarship. Whatever paths and professions you choose, I trust that, inspired by Lab, you will bring to everything you do independence of thought, critical reflection, civil argumentation, rigorous assessment of sources of information, and the humility to engage with new information and respect other voices. Nobody needs to ask you to commit to lifelong learning. That commitment is already so ingrained in you that I believe you will inspire a love of learning in others, and that is the way to a better and brighter future. Class of 2023, congratulations for all you have achieved, and thank you for all that you will achieve in the years to come. Enjoy your moment.
Family, friends, faculty, fans, and fellow students in the class of 2023. My name is Fermi Bonestra, and it is with great pleasure and a sense of profound pride that I stand here today to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to this momentous occasion. Today, we gather to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, perseverance, and dedication. When I found out I would be speaking at graduation, I immediately asked my dad if he thought he would cry before, during, or after my speech. And he said no. So naturally, my goal suddenly became to write the most heart-wrenching, nausea-inducing speech. But given my job is to welcome everyone in the audience, I think I'll have to be a little creative, so please bear with me. Everyone here has contributed to where we find ourselves today. We are surrounded by people who have made our homes, parents and guardians who gave everything they could to drive us to practices and help us grow into functional humans, teachers who nurtured a curious and inviting environment and fed our hunger for learning, our friends who gave us space to be ourselves and laugh until our ribs hurt, and all the other people who allowed us to flourish in the most beautiful ways. These homes extend beyond those in Hyde Park, or in my case, the South Loop, where my dad will now see very little of me, and they live in our hearts. I, like many others, am so grateful for all my homes, especially the ones that we as a class have cultivated. I feel like we've grown together so much. It feels like just yesterday that Graham was only 6'10", and Maya Atasi still wore her hair in a braid every day. The fleeting nature of time is a poignant reminder of how swiftly moments transform into cherished memories. I could have sworn my dad was literally just holding me in his arms, and now his little girl is all grown up, graduating, and leaving the nest forever. You heard that, Dad? As we come together to celebrate the conclusion of our high school years, let us carry the lessons we have learned, the friendships we have forged, and the memories we hold dear. To everyone sitting here supporting the class of 2023, thank you. We are so grateful for the strength you give us, the homes you have created, and the faith you held in us to get to where we are today. And to my classmates, you all are my home, and I wish you all the best in the next part of our lives. We did it. Thank you.
In 2013, an indie underground rapper once said, "Started from the bottom, now we're here." As an 8-year-old, I never thought I would ever relate to the next up-and-coming rap icon, but as an 18-year-old standing in front of you today, I can now say I have something in common with Drake. As kids, we never thought our final moments together would be the end of our year or years as lab students. It felt as if yesterday we were taking naps together on a blue rug, fighting to play hot cross buns on our classroom's piano, and dancing to Firework in Upper Culver for Giant Gym Night. Through eating questionable pasta drenched in white sauce at junior retreat, entertaining campaign runs, and our friendly advisory trivia game, we became a family. I know it pains some of you in knowing that Ms. Campos is right in saying that we will forever be a community. So no matter if you're staying here to continue your education at U Chicago or going to the other side of the world, whether you go to play D1 sports or remain in what my family likes to say, a NARP or non-athletic regular person, or if we go to each other's weddings like some of you have promised me, or we all become a distant memory, the moment we walk out those doors, we no longer go on class retreats together with 0 cell service, but we embark on our own exciting unknown journeys. Some might think we know precisely who or what we want to be. However, unfortunately, we are still as little kids being swept under a giant rainbow parachute that want to be astronauts and celebrities. Or for me, a Target cashier that's best friends with a pop icon, Kesha. I know I was aiming really big. Well, one door is closing, an abyss of endless possibilities opens beneath our feet. We are entering a world full of challenges and opportunities, but we are equipped with the knowledge, skills, and determination to make an impact. Our high school years have been a time of growth and discovery. We have learned not only in the classroom, but also through our extracurricular activities, friendships, and life experiences. From the lifelong connections we have made to the major switches that will inevitably be in our future, the environment we grew up in prepared us to thrive and be better than we ever dreamed. So get out there, learn that random hobby, join that club, start that company, try to marry that celebrity crush you've had since the 5th grade. Have fun. Our lives are no longer limited to the same 161 people on the same block where we discovered Scooterville, dissected owl pellets, went on journeys with Odysseus, and ran the painful mile where our mothers paid us money so we didn't come in last. Or was that just mine? So before we go our separate ways, I want to say 2 final things. First, I want to say thank you to the many people who have helped us achieve our success. Thank you to all the teachers who were dedicated to helping us succeed, and for that, we are grateful. Some of you are tough, some of you are cool, and some of you were a little too obsessed with giving us pop quizzes. Thank you to our parents who have put up with our teenage shenanigans for the past 4 years. They have been our cheerleaders, our confidants, and our financial support. So thank you for always being there, even if we left dirty dishes in the sink. Lastly, I want to offer a small piece of advice that the excellent, amazing, beautiful Heavenly Hicks has taught me. She said to bring every ounce of your complete self wherever you go. No matter the circumstances, you should not hide any piece of yourself because you have so much to offer. Whether you're my best friend or I just say hi to you in the hallways, I know that wherever you go or whatever you do, there is so much in store for you, and that each and every one of you has and will have such a beautiful story to tell. So look at us. We started from the bottom, and now the whole team's here. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it.
Mom, do you have the tissues ready? Okay. A few weeks ago, my dad handed me an article about an idea called the Rhino Principle. It was much shorter than the 10-pagers he normally gives me, so this time I actually read it. In short, the Rhino Principle is this: when you have a goal or something you want to do or achieve, you charge, just like a rhino. Head on, no stopping, no hesitating. No matter what that thing is, you charge. I've been a student at Lab for 12 years, and without knowing it until now, Lab instills the Rhino Principle into all of its students. We have learned to put all of our effort and drive into every aspect of our lives, whether that be academics, sports, affinity groups, student council, journalism, theater and arts, or whatever other passions we dedicated ourselves to. We charged. And now, we are moments away from hearing our names being called. Our parents will scream at the top of their lungs with joy and excitement while we walk this very stage, hopefully without tripping. We are not here to watch our siblings graduate or to get photos and captions for the yearbook or midway. We're graduating. I am honored to be part of such an amazing class. I've spent these past 4 years with people I've trick-or-treated with since I was 9, and people I didn't even talk to until a few months ago. Regardless, we've all been through so many challenges that have been thrown at us. As Plato once put it, "Baby, I could build a castle out of all the bricks you threw at me." I'm just kidding, that was Taylor Swift, but same thing. No matter what bricks were thrown, and believe me, some were chucked, we charged those challenges together. We survived the puke green cafeteria walls, online driver's ed that we all definitely paid attention to, the weirdly biblical junior retreat. For those of you who took Calc BC, you survived that. For those of you who didn't, you survived the Calc BC kids complaining about it every day. We were willing to do so much to succeed, and we made it. The thousands of hours studying, the cases of energy drinks that destroyed our sleep schedules, forests worth of paper we printed. I am just beyond proud of us. Not for killing all those trees or anything, but the rest. You're probably thinking right now, can we please stop talking about high school and just let it go so we can start the rest of our lives? Physically, yes, we have to move on because I don't think we're legally allowed back on campus without a guest pass anymore. But we all know that Lab isn't about its physical structure. It's about our experiences and lessons that we take away from here. I'm not talking about how to find the standard deviation of something because, quite frankly, I'm still not sure how to do that. I'm talking about the real experiences. When we look back and remember Lab, we won't remember classroom C319. We will remember that room where the entire science department assembled to catch a loose squirrel and throw it out the 3rd floor window. Don't worry, they said that it landed in a tree. We won't remember Kenwood Mall. We're going to remember the unloading spot after all of our retreats where parents would pick us up dirty, sweaty, and emotionally drained. Lab is about our memories, good and bad. No matter where we end up decades down the road or who we turn out to be, we will always have those memories. We will remember the friends we made, the laughs we shared, and the times we had. And if we can't store all those moments in our heads, that's what Snapchat memories are for. So with that, let's charge into the future with everything we've got, and let's show the world what UCLS class of 2023 is really made of. Because if we can survive high school, and if that loose squirrel can allegedly survive a 3-story fall, then we can survive anything. We got this, just like we practice, and knock on wood, we won't trip.
home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile. I watch her go with a surge of that well-known sadness, and I have to sit down for a while. The feeling that I'm losing her forever, and without really entering her world. I'm glad whenever I could share her laughter, that funny little girl. Slipping through my fingers all the time, I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time. Do I really see what's in her mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, she keeps on growing, slipping through my fingers all the time. Sleep in our eyes, her and me, at the breakfast table. Barely awake, I let precious time go by. Then when she's gone, there's that odd melancholy feeling and a sense of guilt I can't deny. What happened to the wonderful adventures, the places I had planned for us to go, slipping through my fingers all the time. Some of that we did, but most we didn't, and why I just don't know. Slipping through my fingers all the time, I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time. Do I really see what's in her mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, she keeps on growing, slipping through my fingers all the time. Sometimes I wish that I could freeze the picture and save it from the funny tricks of time, slipping through my fingers. Slipping through my fingers all the time. School bag in hand, she leaves home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile.
Amy Solomon attended lab school just as her father, aunt, uncle, and grandfather had before her. A U-High student from 2006 to 2010, Amy Solomon spent much of her time in high school playing for the U-High girls soccer team, working on the Obama campaign, and singing in the bel canto choir. After she graduated from U High in 2010, Miss Solomon went on to study journalism at Princeton University. She now works in TV and film production. Miss Solomon has produced multiple popular TV shows, including Barry and Silicon Valley on HBO. Additionally, she runs and develops content for Seinfeld co-writer Alec Berg's production company. Beyond her role in production, Miss Solomon edited Notes from the Bathroom Line, a book published in 2021 that compiles original works by the funniest female comedians today. In addition to her many professional achievements, Miss Solomon is known for a spectacular sense of humor and her passion for supporting and highlighting women in comedy. We are so honored and excited to be able to hear Miss Solomon speak today. Please join me in welcoming her.
Thank you, Maya, for that lovely introduction, and thank you to the Senior Graduation Committee for asking me to be here today. It's truly an honor. So 13 years ago at my graduation, I stood up here and had that same job that Maya just had, and I introduced our amazing speaker, Jason Tyler, who's sitting in that weird throne over there. Jason then proceeded to tell our class that we would never remember anything he said that day, and I remember thinking, wow, what a stupid man this is. I'll show him. I'm going to remember everything he says. I am here today to tell you that I remember absolutely none of it. I'd like to apologize to Jason for calling him stupid in my head in 2010. And today, Jason's daughter, Sydney, who already spoke, is graduating, and also, that is the definition of full circle. So Sydney and Maya and your whole class, I give you full permission to forget everything I'm about to say. So just like the contents of Jason's speech, I remember very little about this day from my graduation. I remember that my grandpa came. For the record, he was lab school class of 1941. It was remarkable that Grandpa Jerry came because he was very opposed to anything he deemed to be a schlep, and this was a really big schlep. Oi, think of the parking. He didn't talk like that, but you get the gist. I remember realizing we were gonna line up in alphabetical order and it dawning on me that I'd be filing in next to maybe the last person I ever would have chosen to walk next to. I definitely remember that I wore a strapless bra because that's the last time I ever did that. They're just not getting better. Someone needs to get in there. But mostly, I remember that my dad, another fellow lab grad and member of the board at the time, handed me my diploma. And I was very, very surprised that it made me burst into tears. I was surprised that I cried for two reasons. Number one, I'm not a big crier. I had to pretend that I cried at junior retreat so my classmates wouldn't ostracize me. I don't know if they were convinced. Number two, I was not at all sentimental about graduating. I was so excited. I was probably the most excited anyone's ever been to move to New Jersey. Like many of you, I had gone to lab since I was 4. I was ready for new experiences. I was ready to never walk that cursed tunnel from the girls' locker room to the pool ever again. There are bad spirits in there. I was hoping to throw my TI-84 graphing calculator into the deepest depths of Lake Michigan. I was so excited to encounter new male classmates to possibly date who didn't feel like my brothers. But I think when my dad handed me my diploma, it started to sink in that no matter how excited I was for new horizons, lab was always going to be a big part of me, just how it had been for him and my aunt and my uncle and my grandpa. Your blood's always going to bleed at least a little bit maroon, though I hope you're all inheriting a mascot next year that's a step up from simply a color. Lab's going to be with you forever, even if your family hasn't gone here since the dawn of time. For example, I was recently in a work meeting 2,000 miles away in Los Angeles, 13 years after graduating, getting introduced to 2 new colleagues. When I said I was from Chicago, one of the new colleagues revealed that he'd gone to Parker, to which I blurted out, "Oh, so you're bad." He's very nice, I promise. You guys might be like I was and absolutely ready to bust on out of here, but I'd encourage you to take some time and reflect on all the facts of life at lab that have always just seemed normal, but in actuality are incredibly special things that have shaped you. Rites of May and book swap and the Halloween parade and the gargoyles and giant gym night and the game at 6th grade camp in which I could not have been killed faster and the 8th grade DC trip, which some of my classmates got sent home early from for swimming in the FDR Memorial Fountain. Franklin would be so proud. So when I Zoomed with the seniors on the graduation committee a few weeks ago about what they wanted me to say today, they had two main requests. Number one, please don't talk about COVID. And two, please make it funny. Now I'm used to the second request. When people ask you what you do for a living and you tell them you work in comedy, there's usually a guy named Brock standing around who goes, "Tell me a joke then," and you're legally allowed to punch him in the mouth. But I'm gonna try to sneak in just one piece of wisdom today because I think your parents will be mad at me if it's just goofs. Also, I'm sorry if there are any Brocks here. I'm sure you're awesome. So through some combination of hard work and good luck, maybe a little more of the latter, I've gotten to do a lot of what I've always dreamt of. I tell stories and make jokes for a living. I've gotten to work with a number of the people who inspired me to even want to do that in the first place. I published a book, my tippiest dream, for as long as I can remember. But I can say with 100% certainty that the best thing I've done by far is adopt my dogs. Now, the point here isn't that the key to life is adopting animals, though I do think that's honestly a pretty fair point. What I actually want to impart is that the stuff that's made me happiest and proudest is pretty far outside of the stuff that makes me look good on paper. You guys are more than prepared for the hard stuff, to go after everything you want and more, but I want to encourage you to leave room for the fun stuff because I could have used that advice. There's a lot of stuff I didn't do in college because I didn't think it served what I wanted to accomplish after college. I stopped shooting film photography, something I'd fallen in love with at lab. I stopped playing soccer because what was intramural soccer gonna lead to? I wasn't reading for fun, I wasn't volunteering, and I didn't study abroad because of my obsessive commitment to leadership opportunities in my improv group on campus. If you ever see someone taking improv that seriously, you need to think about intervening. You have to promise me. If there's anything I've learned in the past few years, and I think you've learned it too, though I'm not supposed to bring it up directly, it's that absolutely wackadoodle things are gonna happen, and they're gonna interrupt your plans, and it might be wackadoodle things we can't even conceive of yet. And your life from time to time is gonna get stripped down to the stuff you can control. And if those things make you really happy, you're good. Nothing can mess with you that much. I love my job. But if I met you at a party, the first thing I'd probably do is show you between 10 and 20 million pictures of my dogs. They're so beautiful. Then I'd ask if you played pickleball and what your favorite baseball team is, and if you know why the White Sox just can't get it together because I can't figure it out. If I was gonna brag to you about anything, it would probably be that I have Taylor Swift tickets for Wednesday, August 9th at SoFi Stadium. And if we're being honest, that's the most impressive thing I've ever done by far. I can't wait to see what you guys do. If you want to find a way to fix the White Sox or take down Ticketmaster, that'd be amazing. Please do that. But I also hope that you shoot 35mm and play soccer and even climb in the FDR Memorial Fountain if you want to, because you're an adult, you can do that now. Thank you for having me, and congratulations, class of 2023.
Okay. 1980 was an awesome year. The Empire Strikes Back was released in theaters, Pac-Man was invented, and most importantly, a 22-year-old Terry Green started her teaching career at Lab. I'm sure even getting the job offer was quite surprising to Miss Green, considering she had not originally applied for the position. But fortunately for us, she accepted, and she has been with us ever since, creating a positive influence on the lives of literally thousands of Lab students. Miss Green, you have been such an important constant in our lives. You taught us the importance of physical and mental health before we could even spell the word health. Very few Lab faculty teach students that are 6 and 16. Regardless of the age we had you as a teacher, You brought us so much energy and creativity to your classes. We always felt supported and encouraged because of how much you wanted us to succeed. Your class brought a sense of achievement whenever you taught us a new skill, whether it was an overhand volleyball serve or the Heimlich maneuver. Lab continuously changes over the years, which can be hard to keep up with as a student and a teacher, but you've adapted so well in those cases. The games that you prepare and the lessons that you teach were incredibly well thought out. You even taught lab students to dance. Beyond what we did in class, you have been such an amazing role model for so many students that you've taught. As a female athlete, I hope you know how much of a role model you have been for me and others, instilling confidence and making us more appreciative of sports and competition in our lives. I still don't think I would enter a pull-up competition with you, but I'm working on it. You have always been someone I can rely on to push me to be a better version of myself. It's hard to imagine lab without you, which makes the bittersweet goodbye that much more bitter. Still, we are so excited for you, and we wish you the best during the next chapter of your life. We will miss you. We learned earlier this week that Miss Green is already starting the next chapter of her life, and she was thus unable to join us today. Please join me in celebrating her lab career as the class of 2023 honors her with this recognition.
John Dewey, the founder of the lab schools, believed that education is not a passive process of simply receiving knowledge. It is an active process of constructing knowledge through engagement with the world. Mr. Horton, over the course of your 42-year teaching career, you have embodied this philosophy. At the start of every class period, Mr. Horton leaves several minutes for students to hold a discussion on current events. He opens space for debate, for judgment-free questions, and for candid dialogue among everyone present in the classroom. He has been an unwavering intellectual and moral force at the lab school, teaching with admirable dedication to his craft and unparalleled commitment to his students. This past year, I had the privilege of being a student in both his Imperial Dreams and Global Cold War courses. During my time in his classroom, I grew as a citizen, as a writer, and as a global thinker. Mr. Horton teaches the way that Dewey intended, with problem-solving, democratic values, and the integration of relevant world issues at the center of the classroom. As our class graduates, we enter a world where free speech, human rights, and democracy are at risk. However, I'm comforted knowing that Mr. Horton has prepared our class and decades of students before us to be empathetic, well-rounded citizens, to fight passionately for the causes we care about, to engage with the world around us with eyes wide open, and to be historians who recognize that the study of history is key to understanding and shaping our future. Mr. Horton, you leave an everlasting impression on each and every one of your students. We congratulate you on your years of service to education and wish you well in your retirement. May you never lose that fiery spirit that inspired me so much throughout this past year. On behalf of the class of 2023, we'd like to honor you with this recognition.
A couple of days before I sat down to write this speech, I brought up during family dinner that I was introducing Mr. Brickner at graduation for this honor. Immediately after I said this, I watched the face of my younger sibling light up as she expressed her pure love and respect for Mr. B. Even as a 9th grader and a senior, my siblings and I were able to experience what it was like to be taught by Mr. B, and saw how he had such an amazing impact on both of our lab experiences. Everyone here remembers the rushing excitement that was lower school music, even if it wasn't at lab. Whether you were forced to play violin by your parents, or chose choir because it was easier, or got to go home with one of the biggest instruments your school had to offer. Everyone here has had that experience. But the person who made my experience and as I recently found out my siblings' experience, was Mr. B. He directed full band with pure passion, charisma, and wonderful technique. He helped us improve in a way that was productive, yet provided us with comfort and plenty of laughs. His teachings went beyond just conducting the full band, though, where he taught music history and created a fresh perspective and represented musicians that were not commonly taught in such a white-dominated field. He had a progressive and new perspective on music education and blessed us all with it. He made sure we took more from band class than just the music. I truly believe that the music curriculum here at Lab is a vital part of our education. I, as well as my siblings and many other students in this space, are truly sad to see such a vital part of the band department leave. Mr. B, the impact you have made across every grade is present, and all of your lessons will last far beyond the classroom. And all of us pumpkins are so happy for you and are excited to see what you do beyond Lab. We will miss you and your humor a bunch. On behalf of the class of 2023, we want to honor you with this recognition.
Think back to before you started high school. Regardless of how calm and collected you likely tried to come across to your family, anyone above the age of 14 could have identified the perfect mix of fear and excitement on your face as you wondered what freshman retreat, let alone the next 4 years, would have in store for you. You sat down in Assembly Hall listening to Mr. Biekmeyer, a fellow newcomer to U High, read you a poem that, given today's circumstances of goodbyes and new beginnings, including for Mr. Biekmeyer as he transitions from U High to Florida, I'd like to recite again. What makes a fire burn, writes Judy Brown, is space between the logs, a breathing space. Too much of a good thing, too many logs packed in too tight, can douse the flame almost as surely as a pail of water would. So building fires requires attention to the spaces in between. A fire grows simply because the space is there, with openings in which the flame that knows just how it wants to burn can find its way. I think this is also a wonderful representation of Mr. Biekmeyer himself, a careful tender to the delicate fire, so to speak, of Lab. As a student, more than anything else, I've come to appreciate Mr. Biekmeyer's encouragement of student self-advocacy, self-awareness, and self-empowerment. His recognition of the fact that, just like a flame, students learn and grow with space and independence. He's someone whose door is quite literally always open, who's never too busy to say hi and ask you how it's going, and whose radiant energy and passion for students has never failed to come across, even as we were miles apart in our own little Zoom boxes. Whether you're a new student or a tenured faculty member, Mr. Biekmeyer sees you first as a peer and a friend, and I think I speak for many of my peers when I say that I've come to respect and trust him greatly for that. As he takes this next step in his career, I wish him and his family the best, and to Mr. Biekmeyer, the Lab community will miss you very much, and on behalf of the class of 2023, we want to honor you with this recognition.
In his 20 years of being an athletic director at Lab, Mr. Ribbons has been effective in expanding Lab's athletic program to becoming more accessible to students and more competitive by winning over 100 ISHA championships. From always being present while watching sports games, to always unlocking the gym for people to use after school, Mr. Ribbons has always been a kind and respectful individual who's fostered a welcoming environment for the athletic department. Entering the gym building, he's always a person who greets you by your name and always holds the door for everyone at sports games. Mr. Ribbons' promotion of the no-cut policy and creation of the Hall of Fame has nurtured a respectful and open athletic community at Lab where people like me can follow and explore their passions in sports no matter their skill level. Mr. Ribbons, on behalf of the class of 2023, we want to honor you with this recognition.
Ms. Ribbons has worked at Lab for 21 years as a teacher and 18 years as a cross-country and track and field coach at Lab, out of 42 years of total coaching. In these years, she has contributed greatly to the PE and athletic departments at Lab through her enthusiastic mindset and active participation. Any one of us who has had the opportunity to have Ms. Ribbons as a teacher or coach knows she doesn't just teach, but joins in with the students, whether it's playing doubles on the tennis court or setting the pace on runs. Thank you, Ms. Ribbons, for brightening our days and always being a cheerful and positive force we can reach out to. On behalf of the class of 2023, we want to honor you with this recognition.
Okay, I guess it's time. Ms. Judds, on behalf of the faculty and administration of the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools, I certify that these members of the class of 2023 have fulfilled all graduation requirements. Accordingly, I invite the class of 2023 to receive their high school diplomas.
Sarah Abdal Salam. Nico Mari Ahmed. Zaria Asan. Mila Voss Allen. Samara Arain. Hala Atasi. Maya Atasi. Asha Kar Atluri. Lucia Josephine Austin. Louis Bernard aux enfants. Akshay Badlani. Katie Bai. Zara Fatima Beg. Elizabeth Baker. Charles Robert Benton. Mayu Annika Bluma. Anna Sophia Bolin. Fermi Bonestra. Joseph Mark Bremer. Camille Madier Bryant. Smith Reese Bumpers. Rebecca Madigan Burns. Anna Caligari. Rowan Chada. Juan Victor Trides Hurtado. Corona Lily Chen. Jeffrey Chen. Amelia Sifu. Seiji E. Cohen. Phoebe Cecilia Collar. Peter Cox. Anna Cucolon. Jessica Dougherty. Jacob de Jong. Liam Olsen de Jong. Lorelei Deacon. Jade Zhu Deng. Ameo Dio. Sherry Darana Pragada. Dalen Alexi Dorn.
Blake Alexander Dunkley. Kia Dada. Maya El Shamsi. Michael Ewing. Christian Ferreira. Elizabeth Frost. James Fry. Kunal Gangwani. Finley Garriak. Michael Jerkanu. Patrice James Graham. Eamon Gray. Nathan Greeley. Luke Morgan Gratis. Annika Gupta. Donovan Clay Hackett. Ege Halleck. Ishani Hariprasad. Charlotte Noel Henderson. Maya Rose Heron. Jeffrey Huang. Ella Kennedy Hultquist. Gabriel Issa. Olivia Jessen. Milo James Michelle Gerard. Zoe Johns. Eid Begum Karateke. Jenna Kilkis. Nathan Thomas Kilkis. Benjamin King. Margot Lillian Konetska. Henry Coiner. William Kramer. Ethan Kusera. Sarah Jane Kumar. Talia Jack Paley Lasco. Jana Kathleen Lesniak. Asher Keefe Levinson. Sophia Shuhue Lee. Amelie Suskind Liu. Alex Lopez.
Abby McSwain. Etan Ramanujan Cantor Milani. Myra Amela Malkich. Sohan Manik. Audrey Mate. Gretchen Wright Matsky. Hannah Ruth Maxey. Matthew Connor McGee. Jack D. McRoberts. Ariadne Elizabeth Kyriaki Merchant. William Meyer. Donovan William David Miller. Dariush Moklesi. Kian Moklesi. James Paul Conboy Maloney. William Mason Montague. James Curtis Morin. Angelica Farrell Musambote. Lucia Mutu. Anne Yiren Micklin. Miley Naku. Caius Antanas Nakas. Anoka Jana Nathan. Xavier Nesbitt. Ilan Nevo. Elsa Christina Nielsen. Claire Patricia O'Connor. Daniel Patrick O'Connor. Ola Oluwa Fuad Odenike. Martin Oliver. Brian Pan in absentia. Michael Alexander Pan. Jungwoo Park. Asha Ranjana Patel. Sophia Amaral Pessoa. Kenneth Ellis Peters. Matthew Ryan Petrus. Joseph Charles Piani. Leo Pratt Thomas.
Akshay Satya Puri. Kevin Varshni Puri. Frederick Jan Paitel. Yassine Qureshi. Eric Staley Rauman. Amy Thinyi Ren. Sorab Ataran Rezai. Graham Davis Robbins. Jake Pal Rogan. Cariani Abril Rojas Montes. Kenneth Ruan. Ilana San Cristobal. Sanskriti Sorav. Behram Shah. Kiran Renuka Shaw. Charlotte Chase Sims. William Skish. Jacqueline Powers Sliman. Grayson Marie Smith. Zoe Stevens. Lena Shuizhen Stoll. Stephen Liu Sun. Ethan Alexander Swinger. Teya Yin Tamboro. William Tan. Lauren Emily Bronstein Tapper. Serena Cherian Thomas. Daniel Tothi. Sydney Estelle Tyler. Nora Underwood. Sarah Charles Waterstrat. Kai Thomas Hale Westneat. Ava Grace Wilczak. Aurora Catherine Wilds Payne. David Ari Moriatis Wolf. Charles Thomas Young. Nori Fatima Zaki. Vincent Zhang. Sarina Zhou. Justin J. Jan. And Amelia Zhang.
Okay. Now that each member of the class of 2023 has received their diploma, we have come to the proclamation of the class's graduation. Please hold your applause for another few seconds until I've offered congratulations on behalf of Lab. Would the entire class please stand? Graduates, you may now move your tassels from right to left. And now, by the authority vested in me by the University of Chicago, I declare each and every one of you a graduate of the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools, University High School. Class of 2023, congratulations.